Well, good evening or good morning or afternoon, depending on when you're watching this video. Welcome to chapter 2 of our Centennial Trail Thru Hike. If you missed chapter 1, I'll link it up here in the cards. This video picks up where that one left off at our campsite just north of Mount Rushmore. Highlights of this video include us finishing up the Black Elk Wilderness, the continued beauty of the Black Hills National Forest, us catching a glimpse of the 1880 train, and even finding Nemo. So I hope you enjoy this video, and be sure and hit subscribe and the notification bell down below so you can see how this adventure ends.
Well, good morning. Moving a little slow this morning. If you can see through there, the sun is coming up. It's about 5:45. A little later start than the past few days, a little slower start anyway. I've already had a little bit of breakfast, making my coffee now, and then we'll get up and get things broken down and packed up. Hope to be on the trail by about 7. Didn't sleep so great last night. The location was pretty good and I could get comfortable, just really had trouble sleeping. So several miles on the agenda for today. But the weather looks beautiful outside right now. Hopefully we don't get any of that rain we had yesterday. Looking forward to another adventure.
Well, we're continuing in the Black Elk Wilderness. And if you can see those nice rock spires back behind us there, we ran into Hoot and Buckley there again. They camped up in this area, so we're making our way around. Got a little bit more of an up here and then supposedly a down after that. So weather's beautiful. Relatively low humidity, good temperature, sun's out. Just try not to get sunburned today. So I got the long sleeves and the hood. But really, really beautiful out here this morning. All right, well, it looks like Black Elk Wilderness is in the books. Finish that up now, and then we'll make our way hopefully up around Sheridan Lake. Later today.
Hopefully we'll see a train.
Hopefully we'll see a train.
1880.
So, I told them to have their best face on when we pan past them. I don't know. You can be the judge. Comment below. Got a little bit of a view out there, so but we're having a good time. Beautiful. Oh, there's some of the poofy clouds Scott's been talking about. Beautiful day, but we're about almost 4 miles in for the day, so we're having a good time. We stopped here for a break, maybe a brief break, so we'll see how things shake out. Pretty comfy here. We're getting close to where the train tracks are. We'll go under a road, I think, here in a few minutes, but just kind of gonna get a quick snack and those feet kind of air out a little bit. We'll keep trucking. We're about 4 3/4 miles in so far today.
Walk. I keep beef jerky in my pocket for this reason.
Are you gonna hurt us?
Yeah,
That's fine. That's fine.
We make noise is all we do.
That's fine.
I mean, you never know. You guys might be a monster.
Maybe. At least they're warning you.
Yeah.
Yeah, morning.
Scott closing his first gate.
Oh, Scott doesn't close gates very often?
That was the
First one? Yeah, like a champ. All right, we're going under highway or state route, whatever, 16. This creepy tunnel. That's pretty neat.
How neat was that?
Well, we're not quite 2 miles from the trailhead there at 16, not long after we went through the tunnel. Got a good bit of up on this section to get us to what we think might be the highest point on the trail. I thought this was pretty cool as I was coming up on it. The big rock here. Pretty nice view out over the we're starting to get some views. They talk about some panoramic views. How do they describe majestic? Majestic panoramic views. So we're looking forward to those. Good start though. We had a pretty significant climb to get here, but I believe the views are as advertised. The guidebook, it called this a majestic panorama. I'm assuming this is what she was talking about, or he was talking about when they wrote the book. But the last climb took a bit out of us. We're hoping to get to Sheridan Lake tonight. We'll decide at that point or before what we're going to do as far as camping goes this evening. But a pretty amazing view up here. But said the climb was a butt kicker. As he's coming to this section here, as we look down, Scott pointed out that you can kind of see how the vegetation even changes, and so it's really neat how really rocky it is up here, and these plants like this, and you look on down there and see them a little more lush, and I think there's probably still some plants like this, and it's just kind of neat how it changes, almost a stark contrast between the two. It's interesting, even the trail changes. You can see rocks, and then dirt and pine needles. Well, we can see the lake. It still looks like it's further away than we thought it would be. I probably got 1.5 miles or so left to get to this next trailhead, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do camping wise at that point. But this section of the trail has been definitely challenging. It's been beautiful, but the trail has been, the up and down has been much more challenging than any of the other sections have been so far. So beautiful views up top, as you saw there, and mostly down to the lake, so we're thankful for that. But we hope to get there before too long. I think we're ready to find camp and settle down for the evening. I came down here to filter some water this morning. It's about 25 after 6, and this beautiful little stream down here. You can see the sun coming up. It's just really pretty. So after a not so great night's sleep, this just really gets you going and gets you ready for the day to just see some of the beauty that's around us here. So the stream continues on down this way. So we're heading back up to cross the dam here in just a little bit of Sheridan Lake and continue on the trail probably next half hour or so. But I just thought I would share this morning because it's just so pretty. Sorry, I'm standing on a little bridge here that's pretty narrow. Don't want to fall in the water this early. It's just really beautiful. So just enjoying God's creation this morning and getting ready for the day. Well, we're all packed up.
starting hiking for this morning. This is Sheridan Lake here behind me. We're on the dam. We're heading up to, I believe it's Dakota Point trailhead. Not a cloud in the sky, beautiful morning. Didn't sleep all that great, but that's okay. But we're just continuing to head out here today, and we'll plug along, see how many miles we get in, and see what we get to see. We made it up into this kind of high prairie area, and that's just beautiful valley down there. I don't think looks like we skirt that area and head up over the hill here, but just really pretty in through here. Kind of a different scenery. More exposed, obviously, so I got the hood up. It's not cold. It's very pleasant, actually, but got the hood up to just protect from the sun. So we're trucking along. I was able to talk to my wife there for a few minutes up on that high peak, so I was glad to be able to see her. We did a video call real quick. Glad to be able to see her and talk to her, so that was great. And just hiking along here, trying to make miles. Scott and Buck are both ahead of me a good bit. I stopped up on that high place so I could talk to Sharon, but just really, really pretty. But just so you don't think that it's all beautiful vistas and high mountain prairies, sometimes we walk through some bottoms like this that are kind of overgrown, still pretty. I mean, you can see some rock faces up on the other side, but you know, I think sometimes we get caught up in just showing the really awesome views and those sorts of things, which, you know, that's my favorite too. Every once in a while, just from a keeping it real standpoint, we walk through some sections like this. It's pretty flat. We make some good time. It's just not quite as pretty as some of the other stuff. All right, well, a little change of plans this evening. We took just a short little side jaunt to Whispering Pines campground. We got two tent sites here. We met our friend John back here. He's roasting a hot dog. Got a nice fire, shower house, place to clean up. So did a little laundry, those kinds of things. So we'll be refreshed and ready to hit back at it tomorrow morning. All right, another day. I don't even know what day it is. Tuesday, I think. Continuing to hike along. Got about 3 miles in so far from Whispering Pines campground. Treated us well last night. Got some friends out here this morning on the trail. You can see those cows over there. They're just hanging out over there across the road. Little gravel road that's over there. Scott and Buck broke camp just a little earlier than I did this morning, so catching up to them. But we're hoping to be in Nemo by lunch. Probably take a little longer lunch there today. Charge some batteries, get a sandwich. Hopefully get resupply options figured out. But beautiful morning. The trail's been pretty cruisy for the most part. Hiked pretty quick. So it's been just really nice outside. Been able to just kind of think and pray, make some phone calls, talk to my wife, talk to my mom. So it's been really good. Still plugging along. All right, we are continuing along the trail. This is probably the most official signage we've seen. We're heading to Nemo, hopefully to get there in an early afternoon. Sit down, get a bite to eat, do some resupply action at that point. So 4.5 miles until we get there. It's still before noon, so we've already done 8-ish or so today. So we'll continue trucking along and looking forward to some good grub. Well, we're getting close to Nemo. We just have about 2 or so miles kind of out around the western and northern
side of town before we get in, but Box Elder Creek that we're crossing now, some nice rock formations over there. We just been on an ATV trail for a while now, which sometimes is a little hard on the feet as far as rocky goes. The pine duff, one of those single track trails with the pines is really nice. So we'll continue on around, making pretty good time, and then we'll get some food in Nemo. All right, we're taking a little short road walk down into the town of Nemo, do some resupply, and try to figure out some logistics. A little bump in the road as far as our travel goes. Some pretty cool rock features up there to the left. But we're gonna see what they got down here, and we're gonna try to resupply here at this store. Stay tuned, we'll see how this adventure unfolds. Well, we had a good stay in Nemo. We made the climb up out of there and we're rewarded with this view, so it's really pretty. We've gone about 2 3/4 miles from Nemo. Gonna find camp for the evening here before too terribly long. Even packed out a hot grilled ham and cheese sandwich from the restaurant there. We had 2 meals. Took about a 2.5 hour break there. Sorry for the wind. We're just gonna decide how much further we go this evening and then find a place to camp. Well, we made it up out of Nemo. We've gone about 3 1/4 miles from Nemo. It was 0.4 back to the trailhead. And we came up to this view. Really a nice panoramic view back here behind me. You kind of see the mountains and the clouds, and I know the camera can't do this justice. It's just beautiful. This section of trail is kind of marred up by ATVs, and sometimes it's hard to follow exactly where the trail is. But there's blazes periodically. It's pretty easy to follow. Just it looks like, you know, there's several different paths that you could go, and trying to figure out which one's the right trail is sometimes challenging. But really beautiful, warm out today. This is not for temperature, this is for sun protection for me. So anyway, thought I'd show you this view because I thought it was pretty awesome. So I packed out this grilled ham and cheese sandwich from the restaurant there in Nemo. This will be my dinner for this evening. Really looking forward to this. We came across this unbelievable view. I don't know if you can see it, but you can actually see all the way to the plains to the east here. I'll take a picture as well and maybe post that, but it is just beautiful. We can see just for days, it seems like. But we found a good camp spot right here close. Ought to have a decent sunrise in the morning. So really can't beat that. And this will be one of our better campsites so far, I think. So I'm gonna enjoy this sandwich, enjoy my water with electrolytes in it, and then go get set up for the evening.